Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we are catching up in my daughter's school year insert. If you are familiar with my channel, you know that I do a Heidi Swap storyline chapter insert for her school year stories. So these are just stories that are dedicated just to her, milestones hidden throughout the school year, and things that happened during the school year that I want to remember. I have done it so far for pre-K, kindergarten, and now she's in first grade, and I am fairly behind in this album. In here, I do keep like a running list of stories I want to tell. They're pretty similar because I think I did this one first and then misplaced it and then made another one. So then they are similar, and then, you know, the similar stories. So I have them going on, but I need to go back all the way to Hurricane Milton, which happened in the beginning of October. We have to do Halloween stories. We have to do her pumpkin project, which is in November, and then her birthday's in November, and then everything for Christmas. So I have to tell a few stories that are, not to say in the past, but in essence in the past. So I finished off making this little flip here with grandparent nights. I just have to put the journaling. This little flap right here that I made, I'm going to talk about Code Red, and my journaling will just be on, you know, underneath here so that it's not just, you know, I didn't want to make a whole pretty page to talk about Code Red and how much I cannot believe they practice this. And then I have a little flip flap made for Hurricane Milton that will go here. I just don't want to work on this one on camera because I also put this one together, which is volunteering, and the stickers for my volunteering have like the school name and stuff. So I will do that one off camera. And then we get into the trunk or treat. So I have printed out all the pictures, and I have pulled out a few Halloween papers. So we're going to, like, you know, back this one here and then make flip flap. I have trunk or treat cut out already for this. I then have, this was like some pumpkin events and all the trick or treating, and I volunteered. So I have all of these photos. So I have them prepped. So we're just going to put them together rather, you know, easily. Here's her school portrait. And then I did some Snapchat. This doesn't necessarily have to be a story. I just know I printed that duplicate. And then here was, I had to print the pictures. We were talking about that turkey project. So they always have to disguise a turkey, you know, for Thanksgiving so that he doesn't get eaten on Thanksgiving. And so she made her turkey look like an elf, which is so cute. So we're going to put these together. They are going to be rather simple in order for me to catch up. That way, once we get the turkey done, because we did that earlier, then it's all, I'll, you know, probably do another video of, we did Legoland for her birthday. Then I always do for her birthday a currently page. So that'll be here. And then I'll just do a quick spread about Christmas. And then so far this year, she did go on her first field trip for the school year in January. So then that'll be like the next story in here, and then we will be caught up. And so then, you know, for the rest of the year, I think we still have like her dance recital. So I got to talk about her hip hop dancing class that she's been doing. She also actually, in December, we did like her eye doctor checkup, her dentist checkup, and her annual checkup, and all those were great. So I know I want to just make mention. So yes, I'll split it up into two videos in order to get caught up. So we'll just do some journaling. We'll put this one together and we'll go from there. All right, so let's get started. Okay, my crafty friends, so let's get started on putting these pages together. So like I said, I kind of took out my iris containers filled with my Halloween product, and I am just going to be backing a few of the pages, not all of them, but you know, a few of them do get used in the Halloween-esque pages that are in my notebook. And this has been, like I mentioned, a project that I've done for the last 3 years, and I'm actually so glad that I do this project for my daughter. I get so many comments from fellow moms that love that I do this and wish that they had done it for their kids, you know, at that age. And so I think that's just kind of a almost like reassurance for me that, you know, keep on going, because yes, it's extra, not to say work, I'm not going to use the word work, but extra, you know, devotion to it, and to always have it like on as an ongoing project can give you a little bit of a moment of, you know, stress, anxiety, overwhelm from all of the paper crafting that we do. But this one in particular, I have no problem keeping up with because it's for her. And just like my 12 by 12 project life, I have no problem keeping up with because that's for like our family, and I hate to say it, but like, you know, when me and Miguel are not with her, and if she wants to keep them, if she wants to keep them, you know, all the things that we did together, because I definitely try to keep our family active and busy and together, and that takes work, and printing your photos takes work. And so I just want, I'm almost, how do they say it to you? Like, we're the document, we're the historians for our lives. Like, we are living the best life that we can and that we've been given, and are enjoying each other. And so projects like this, to show her growth and her milestones, are just important to me. And I'm glad I thought of some of these early on, like obviously in her schooling, because I know it's harder, like if she's already in 5th grade, to go back and try to tell kindergarten stories. So I get that part. And don't get me wrong, I still, I keep on saying, I think I've said it for 2 years, so I know, don't come after me, but I know I've even said I needed to do a baby book, because believe it or not, when I got pregnant, my pregnancy was hard, and that first year of motherhood was hard, clearly, with the newborn, as a new mom. And I did very, very little scrapbooking. I think total, the first year that she was born, I think I did like only 24 12 by 12 layouts, because I was doing only 12 by 12 at the time, and like nothing else. And like I did do the only thing I did consistently do, was the only thing I could keep up with, was my memory planner. So for 2028, she was born at the end of 2027. The memory planner, it was a big happy planner. Memory planner is the only thing that truly has snippets of life throughout the year, because I didn't do a traveler's notebook. I didn't have 6x8 at the time. I did nothing. So I have had a goal for years now to go back and make a baby album, or like baby stories, for those first like 2 years, until I got back into scrapbooking full force like I am. For some of those missed moments, you know, teething and growing, and first time walking, and first time sitting up, and first time eating soft food, and all those kind of stories that I have pictures, because I took tons of pictures. I mean, I have thousands of pictures, but they're in nothing. So I do have to do that kind of class, kind of album, maybe make it a series here on YouTube. Because I do understand that thought, like, you know, so she's 7 now, to go back and even tell stories from 7 years ago is harder. Like our accuracy or details fade away. So to do a broad spectrum of it, I definitely want to go back and do. So here we are using a pattern paper from, I want to say this was the Halloween, what was it called? Spooktacular. It was an Echo Park collection that I picked up this year. I usually don't buy a lot of Halloween things. You know why? Because the month is busy, because I do 22 fall and Halloween activities with my kid, that staying up to date, like document, like I've never done October daily, is hard. And so I don't buy a whole lot of Halloween product, but I still I love the season. So it's so funny that I'm like, what my cases are limited on what I can grab from, and that's okay. So this page is just kind of like it's busy. Don't get me wrong, it's busy. But it was just to show all the fall things. We went to a couple trick-or-treating events, so I have her in her costume. And usually in other years too, I choose her to have like at least 2 costumes. That way we can rotate between all the events. And honestly, this year she just wanted to be Evie from Descendants for every single event. So there is no like demarcation on like, well, this was, you know, one trick-or-treating event and this is the other, because she wanted to wear her costume like every single time, which is good. I got my money's worth this year, you know. I'm usually always like, well, you can be a princess, and then you have like a little, you know, a little pink pig outfit that's simpler, or she's done a princess and then she was also like a butterfly and stuff. So I know I'm excessive. So that's okay. So the Halloweens are good, and now we're moving on to her school portrait. And I keep some of her artwork. I keep a lot of her artwork, like the true artworks. I keep certificates, and I thought, I can make a certificate on this side, because she's won like most, they call it the Noble Jaguar, because it's always like these characteristics that they possess, like kindness, caring, kindness and care. It's something else, and their grades and something else. And so she won it the first month of school, and then she won that award again like in December, I think. So I keep them, but they'll just probably go in like my ongoing like rubber Tupperware thing for her. But this little photo was a picture of the family and her cousin. I just thought it was so darling to see her like drawing abilities right now, these stick figures, and Daddy's always in orange and green for the dolphins, and my hair bun is always on there because I rock a mom bun all the time. It's just like this black squiggly circle on top of my head, and you know, the figures have no necks, and this is just where she's at right now. I'm sure her drawing will get better and better, but it marks her thing. And I think in last year's album as well, which I'll leave the playlist down below, I did keep her drawings in there as well on a couple of pages, so it's just a cute little nod to where she's at. And so I just kind of left that one as is. And then I did all my journaling on either matte clear sticker paper, which you see me going around now and adding it, or there was a couple of stories that were just on regular white copy paper, simply because like this one for Under the Code Red, because I needed to cover something up and it didn't matter if it was on white or clear sticker paper. And so you'll see me kind of go through that and add my journaling where it needs to be. So I know I said I would only go through, I think, the school portrait thing, but off camera, you'll see that I printed out like a bunch of 2x2s for her trip to Legoland for her birthday, and so I already have that in there. So not all of it is, completely filmed, and I'm sorry, but I think I was just like in a power mood. Like once I filmed the first half, I was like, okay, I'm doing this for the video, and I was going to split it into two. I was like, you know what, let me just keep on going. Like, so I rock and rolled, and I got through Christmas. I think you'll see it on my outro, which would just be another like collage kind of paper, and now I'm caught up. So now I just have to tell January stories, and then we're caught up. So that was the whole goal, is just to get caught up in this insert so that I can keep on going. So you can see where I needed the clear and where I needed some of the white, and we just keep on going. So this is her turkey project. So this one I also didn't show, so it's just pattern paper in the back, and then I cut out the die letters for her turkey project and printed 2 3x4s, and then this little story about how we love Snapchat filters and we can play for like easily 30 minutes. Here's the Legoland spread. We went there for an intentional birthday, so she didn't have a birthday party. We just took her to Legoland for the weekend and had a weekend with the family, and she loved it. And then here we are going into our Home Depot spread. This one was just an extra story that I wanted to tell because I'm so proud of us for completing all 12 months of 2024 at the Home Depot layout. So once again, these are just 2x2s that I instantly print as a 6 collage on a 4x6, and I printed 3 of them out, and that's how I got all these photos. So it's fairly, very simple. But again, simple is great in these kind of projects to keep it simple, to keep it the process going. Like if I'm trying to reinvent the wheel for every single page, you almost get creativity burnout. So this was the same kind of format as Legoland, and we're just gonna kind of cut out letters for Home Depot on the silhouette and put my journaling right there on that 2x4 little area on the right, and keep the train moving. And then the opposite side is going to be the Christmas story. And don't get me wrong, this story in particular too, like with us completing the whole year, is in my December daily. But, like I kind of always think, like, sometimes I'm repetitive, but only because, say, in the future she wants to just keep these inserts for herself in the future, like at least the story is still there, rather than her trying to haul over to her house or whatever all of my December dailies. Now, granted, we always say this too, I document and memory keep for myself. If Valentina wants to keep everything in the future, great. And if she wants to pitch it, that's fine too. But all of this process, this brings me so much joy. This is my self-care, and I try to squeeze in some sort of memory keeping or creative process for myself every day, because it's the only way I know how to unwind. And so, even catching up on this was a very productive afternoon. I think it maybe happened over 2 days, but it's now complete and I'm current and we can keep going. Okay, my darlings, so we will finish up this video. So I know I probably didn't film everything for you, but I'm going to show you how I kind of got caught up in my memory keeping in this book. So I got through Christmas, and Christmas is a highlight page because I already have a December daily. So now we are caught up to just the month of January, and she had a field trip, and we did her 100 days of school t-shirts. So those will be 2 stories that go into here next. So for the grandparent night, this one wasn't filmed, I already had it, but I did add the journaling. And then on this side, we just have a story that doesn't need to have its full page about a code red. This one was already done. This one needs just stamping on the top, which I'll do off camera, but we just made a flap talking about Hurricane Milton and what hit Florida in our area. Here we did all about Halloween, the trunk or treat event, and I talked about her decorating her room for the holiday. and then more about volunteering, and then other, you know, Halloween and fall events that we did. Her character day at school, trick-or-treating with her bestie, and then trick-or-treating with her other besties. Just a fun layout, and it was fun to bring out all of the Halloween papers and embellishments for these. They were put away in the iris containers, but bought out for this. Left this one just as is, you know, her school photo and a photo of her drawing right now. This was a fun project, so turkey project. These were new alphas that I have I purchased from Sizzix. Let me see these ones. So that's these, and talking about her turkey that we decorated as an elf this year. Snapchat filters, Legoland for her birthday, so tons of photos, all in 2x2s. Then this was just added in between because I knew I was going to have it. I did this layout for Coco Daisy, and it was in Pocket Pages in a 6x8, but I loved it so much that I wanted it specifically for this album, so I took out the cards and just added it in here. Then all that needs here, I just need letters for Home Depot, but you don't need to, I don't need to hold off filming this and finishing it for you to see that, but it'll say Home Depot, similar to how I did Legoland. This was just done on my Silhouette Cameo, so I'll just cut out letters just like this, and it'll say Home Depot for over here. So same layout, just added a few more photos about her completing a whole year of going to the Home Depot workshops, which is oh so proud of her. And then a quick Christmas layout. So over here, we will begin with, like I said, with January stories, and we'll go from there. But at least I'm caught up, and that was, yeah, a good couple of layouts to get done, right? So yeah, thank you for joining me. Please subscribe if you haven't done so. Give this video a thumbs up, and until next time, everyone, bye.